problem is that in this scenario, to use your metaphor, the US has the bigger gun. And so China ends up having more to lose from this trade war, doesn't it? You know, it can't sustain the loss of 15% of its export market, i.e. what you export to the US.
Not at all. China is fully prepared to fight to the very end because the world is big enough that the United States is not the totality of the market in the world. So if the United States wants to go in that direction of completely shutting itself out of the China market, be my guest.
Yeah, and China will lose the US market, which, as I've said, is 15%.
We don't care. We don't care. China has been here for 5,000 years. Most of the time, there was no United States, and we survived. And if the United States wants to bully China, we will deal with the situation without the United States. And we expect to survive for another 5,000 years.
Did you hear that, Yasharallah? Hey, I want to start off first things first, giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakadash, which in the petty Hebrew tongue is the correct names of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to you sister brothers living this truth, and shalom to you brothers and sisters that's listening and studying to show yourselves approved. Woo! Hey, this trade wars did a mighty big thing, Yashrala. And what I noticed about this trade war is it has exposed Esau, Edom, which is the so-called white people, is that it exposed them fully. So what I'm starting to gather, because it's all over TikTok, I'm gonna play some more clips of they government official talk about, hey, we don't care if the America wants to isolate itself. We'll do a workaround. We don't care. We've been here for 5,000 years. We're gonna be here even longer, you know, by what he say, but we already know what's coming next. Kingdom of heaven, baby. And by what he said, man, they saying we don't need America, Babylon the Great. They'll sell to Africa, they'll sell to Europe, they'll sell to Japan, they'll sell to, you know, whoever, you know, South Korea, North Korea, whoever. They'll sell, whoever wants to buy, Russia, Brazil, South America, whoever wants to buy. And they even selling to American citizens. They just open up their shops online where you can buy directly from them and cut out the middleman, which is Babylon the Great. All this designer stuff, which I'm going to play the clip, y'all. You're going to see all this stuff that people been buying, like Jordans, Gucci, Louis Vuitton. That stuff ain't worth $400 and $500. That stuff only worth like $5 or $10 at the most. And China saying you can cut out the middleman and come buy directly from our factories to get you some Jordans for like $10. Get some Gucci for like $5. And I'm going to play some clips to really expound and show that. But what we're witnessing, this biblical prophecy. Because the trade war is going to be why this economy crashes. I mean, it was already crashing, and now it's really going to crash because now you're done pissed off, you know, one of your biggest people that you buy imports from. Because everything, all the manufacturing mostly is in China. And Babylon Great America did that. You know, with the Ronald Reagan, the Reaganomics, he did that. They're just not feeling the pain now. That's how prophecy works. It starts as a seed, then it grow. And what we're seeing now is Esau Edom is not a good businessman. He's really a dumb businessman. So-called white man is really dumb. And the Lord is putting it on Front Street. They've been totally exposed. They really threw, man. They really cooked. So what we're going to do is watch the little spaz out. We're going to watch the meltdown happen. That's what we about to watch. Because they're done. And then like all the ones that be getting rich off of, you know, that high designer stuff, the Gucci, Louis Vuitton and Jordans and all of that, that's over with now. Everybody's going to go get it direct and get it for like $10 because that's really what it is anyway. And see, us in the truth, I already knew that. But you can't tell a nigga Jake that because now your everyday Keisha knows that. You know, now she's seeing that. So now you can't, you know, you can't be like, I mean, they're going to go get it direct. It's over with. They ain't gonna be making that big money, high dollar money, going to buy yachts, buying condos. The multi-million dollar Edomite, he's done with now. It's over with. Ain't nobody gonna be buying that stuff high price no more. And that's the Lord exposing everything. He's making everything bare. Because we've been saying that. I know I quit buying stuff like that when I got grown. When I got grown, I'm not about to buy no $300-$400 Jordans. For what? To impress a hood rat? No, no, sir. No, sir. I won't be doing it. And them high dollar clothes. You know, back then we had to have the Tommy Hilfiger, the polo. Man, that stuff is all marked up. Super marked up. And China's like, oh, you want to play dirty? This trade war, play dirty? I'm going to show your citizens through the social media apps how much this stuff really costs and how much you ripping them off. And that's what they done did, you know? So I'm going to play a clip to show you that. I'm going to do, I got that. Yeah, we're going to play a clip showing that. First, I'm going to go get a precept to show you that this is biblical prophecy. To show you that. Because we know what's going on right now. I'm going to go to King David. We're going to get Psalms 108:9. It says, Moab is my washpot. Over Edom will I cast out my shoe. Over Philistia will I triumph. So let's break down those nations that was mentioned in that precept right there. Moab is your so-called Chinese man. That's China. The Lord said that China is his washpot, which means he's going to use China to clean Babylon the Great up. We're seeing that right now. China cleaning them up. And just wait to this thing, because it's going to turn into a war. There's a trade war right now. When these Edomites, because the next one said Edom, talking about so-called white man, when he realizes how bad he done lost, he's going to resort to war. And everybody going to get their wrath overseas and here. Because these Edomites, they're cooked. Yahshua, they are cooked. When I seen that, and they did it themselves. They did it to themselves. Nobody told you start a trade war. You just shot yourself in the foot. Both your feet. And expose yourself. You got Donald Trump as a president, which shows you dumb as hell. You got a con man as a president. I mean, you thought something good was going to come from that? So it shows you all these Edomites are dumb. They're all dumb. And this time the Lord is done with them. That's why he said, over Edom when I cast out my shoe. Man, Esau, even so-called white man, is like an old, dirty pair of shoes right now. And Lord about to cast them out. And we are witnessing that right now. We are seeing that. They've been casting out. You know, and it said, over Philistia will I triumph. China coming up. China up. Forget coming up. China's up. Guess who coming up next? Africa. It said Philistia. Them Philistines, them was Hamites, which Hamites are Africans. And China's doing big business in Africa. So they about to come up too. And if Africa comes up, China's up, hey, that bodes bad for Babylon the Great America. They're finished, man. It's already set, match, done. I mean, the Lord declared it already, you know, in our words. We knew it was done. Now we're witnessing the steps to them being cooked. Because that's major right there, Yahshua. Like, Esau eats a whole lot off that high designer and the shoes. And not only that, this is going to have complications with the farming industry, which I'm going to do a part 2. I want to stick to, you know, the high designer and the clothes and shoes and stuff on this lesson. But I'm going to do a part 2 tomorrow, Lord willing. And I'm going to cover the food, the famine that's about to come from this trade war that Esau done lost. Esau done lost this trade war. I don't know if they know it yet, but they lost. And all they had to do was shut their mouth, do business, and everything would have been cool. So that's showing you that Esau Edom is over with, man. Matter of fact, before I go there, let me go get this one. I got to get this classic because it's showing itself. It's hitting my spirit like, man, pull that. Because the Edomites, they done lost their wisdom. They're stupid. They used to be smart, but not anymore. These current Edomites we got now, they're dumb. And if you ain't got no wisdom and you're dumb, that means your kingdom is going to collapse. That's why we're seeing all these bad moves. And look how they going out. They going out real sad. They going out with Donald Trump as their leader. They going outside. So check it out. This is Obadiah 1:8. It says, shall not in that day, said the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom and the understanding out of Mount of Esau. You know? And I'm going to read verse 9. It says, and thy mighty men, O Teman, that was the grandson of Esau, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the Mount of Esau may be cut off by the slaughter. I repeat, cut off by the slaughter. There's going to be anger for Esau Edom because you messed all this up. Because the Lord took your wisdom away. He took away their understanding. And the wisdom and understanding came from our people. See, Esau started feeling himself. He thought he was smart. Oh, I did this. No, you didn't. Your great-great-granddad stole everything you got from my people. Yasharala, you know, so-called blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics. Stole it from all of them. And now, without that wisdom, this place done fell flat on his face, man. And ain't no healing, man. That the scriptures say. We would have healed Babylon, but Babylon is not healed. So this place is just about to go out with a bang. They're about to go out with war. That's what's coming next, Yasharala. Just giving you warning. They're going to go for war now that they lost the money. The money is gone. That delusion of the money is gone. That delusion of a high designer, you know, playing Jake, especially like the southern tribe, man, your so-called blacks. That was a plague on us as a community, man. Because you got Eves, that's all they do is consume high designer stuff. Male Jakes do it because the Eve do it. All they do is buy Jordans, weave, because I bet her about to go up. Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Dolce & Gabbana, Polo, you know, all that name brand stuff. I know a lot of Eves, they won't even mess with you if you ain't got no Jordans on your feet or no Polo. You know, this on a real low vibration. And now, with this being exposed, even your lowest of low Keishas is now about to start going buy her stuff direct, and she gonna save some money. That's why we've been down and broke as a people, because we spend money on over designer stuff that's way overpriced. Jordans, Nike, all that overpriced stuff, man, that stuff only worth $2 or $3. They come over here to buy them on the Great America and sell it for like $100 and $150. So I'm loving what the Lord is doing. So let's go get a clip, and I'm gonna show you how, you know, Jake is dealing with all this stuff. I don't know why I popped that back up again like that. Let's go to Ock page. My YouTube been acting weird all day. Yep, here it go. Watch this. All China did said, "Oh, you gonna do that? Spill the bean." You heard what he said in a minute with the representative, the government official. He said, "We don't care." She's like, "We got," and like I like that interaction that showed that clip I showed earlier with the Edomite woman and the Moabite man. She was all like, "We got the bigger gun. You need us." See, Esau with their pride think people need them, and no, you don't. No, nobody need them. You just in the way now. Nobody likes the so-called white people. They're just in the way now. You're the virus. You're the problem. You need to go. So everybody's doing a workaround on them. And she just sitting there, I can't believe it. He was like, we don't care. We don't care. If you want to isolate yourself and not want to buy our stuff, we'll just deal with the rest of the world. So it's going to be Babylon the Great, these Edomites versus all these other nations, man. So check out this clip here because it's going to show your everyday Keisha. And even the Edomite in there. Everybody done woke up to realize that, you know, they've been getting played over here. And with that being said, the jig is up. So now they can't make those multi-millions anymore. Like, so they about to start losing bread too. They better run to their bunker if they know like I know. So check it out, Yasharala.
China said, fuck them tariffs. They are offering 13% cash back on any purchases from American citizens. And not only that, they're going to give you 280 hours of visa-free entry into China to go shopping. No paperwork, nothing to do, no visa needed. You can just go to China and buy whatever it is you want. They said if America wants to try to keep American citizens from buying foreign goods, good luck. Because not only can you come here and buy the same shirt that you would buy in America for $40 and buy it there for $21, they also took away all prosecutions from fake brands. So they used to prosecute retailers who were making knockoff brands. They said, not anymore, honey. You can come buy
all you want. They're not prosecuting any of their citizens for making knockoff brands like Nike, Versace, Gucci, none of that shit. And now they're going to give you 280 hours travel free to come on over there and buy whatever it is you want with a 13% instant cash rebate. I think y'all fucked around with the wrong one, man. I can't even hold you.
So China just spilled the beans and said all of these luxury companies, Versace, Gucci, Chanel, Nike, Burberry, Victoria's Secret, all of these companies get their shit from China and just slap a label on them. Wow. I want to know, for the girls who have been paying full price on their shit for these different brands, how does that make you feel? Are you still willing to still support these companies, or are you now going to go and purchase it from China? Like, I want to know, because I remember there being a whole topic on TikTok about DHgate and them having fake items versus real items. Like, this is real crazy, but it's really interesting because China say, I don't give a fuck no more. We spilling all of the beans. We telling all of the stories. America, you won't win with this. All because y'all tried to play in their face. China say, we cannot be fucked with. And I love that for them. Like, whoa, let me know what y'all gonna do. Y'all still gonna be banned from these high-end places, or are y'all going to China websites or DHgate or whatever else is out there for me to purchase from? Let me know.
I just had the most unhinged response to Trump's tariffs, and I guess the Chinese government has our best interest in mind more than our own government does. So China has responded not with hostility towards American citizens, but by expanding the new tax refund nationwide for tourists. And so what this means is, let's say you'd pay $100 for goods here in the United States, Chinese goods. With a 145% tariff on that, now all in, you're in for $245. Or you could just go to China, go shopping, and then with the instant refund, only pay $80 for $100 worth of goods. What we're seeing here is China is really starting to open up to the world and focus on making their country very tourism friendly. And basically with this whole thing, they used to have a tax refund situation before, but they're just looking to make it much easier, and you would get the refund instantly at the store instead of at the airport on your way out. China is absolutely beautiful. It's so different being there than from anything you've ever heard here in the United States, and the country is making huge steps towards making the country more attractive and accessible destination for international tourists. So this is a place that genuinely will care about the well-being of the tourists that go there. I think it's an extremely safe country. Also, China has opened up visa-free for U.S. citizens for 10 days. And you may be thinking, a trip to China seems a little bit out of my price range. That seems so expensive. But let me show you something. A flight around $799. And if you're going to Shanghai, you can stay in a 4-star hotel right near the airport for as low as $29 per night. You're looking to spend at around $1,000 on the trip, but if you do all the calculations on how much the tariffs would cost you, if you're looking to spend $680 on Chinese imported goods in the next year, then this trip is for free. And I mean, would you rather go on a free trip or give your money to Donald Trump? And pro tip, when you go shopping in China, all the stuff is a lot higher quality, because a big reason why a lot of the stuff we get from China is so low quality is because we have these Amazon FBA bros in the middle that are just trying to scam us and get products for as cheap as possible. Shopping in China is nice.
Shopping in China is nice. So she broke down the little money situation, man. The hotel, $29 a month. They giving out visas. I ain't messing with it, but you know, people in the world, they gonna mess with it, y'all, Sharala. So looks like that precept we read. Hey, China, cleaning up eDUMB, Babylon the Great America, cleaning them up. They did an Uno reverse. Like, you think you about to shut my economy down and do all this with tariffs and all of that? Uno reverse, bam. Now look what you done did. Now your citizens gonna come shop with me. I make all the stuff, and I can get into them for cheaper. So that's where everybody gonna go. So basically, China basically cut Babylon the Great out the market. Or matter of fact, I should say Babylon the Great cut themselves out the market. The China part was cool with the deal they was doing. That was them with that Donald Trump mentality, trying to be greedy, which really, on the grand scale, Yashrala, this was all planned out by the elites anyway, because the dollar is the global reserve currency of the world. So if Babylon the Great bellies up, so do everybody else's economies, which they're already ready for that. They're going to all go digital. And that's when the MOTB is going to be made mandatory. So this is all orchestrated and planned. And it's just funny to watch these working class Edomites squirm in their seats and cry and eyes all puffy because they're used to winning. And right now, Esau Edom is losing majorly. Like every day we look at the news, Esau's getting more and more bad news. And it goes to the ones that, you know, it's the ones that's in power. They don't care. You know, they crash and everything because they're scared of Yahushua. They know Yahushua coming back. So they're going to bust everything up. Try to run this little beast system they got planned up and then hope it works. And then what they do, the lower levels, like your billionaires or your Donald Trumps, they get puppeteered because they promised them things and then they go out and run that agenda. And basically Donald Trump is just running Babylon the Great into the ground. Running it out of business is what he's known for. He's famous for that. He's famous for going bankrupt. So he's just going to bankrupt Babylon the Great. And your average Edomite can't say nothing to get mad because you voted for that dude. So what the Lord is doing, he's showing that all of Edom, the so-called white man, you know, women, all of them, they're all dumb. I've been saying that, but you know, you look like a hater when you say it to somebody who has everything, you have nothing. But the Lord is just proving our point, like they're dumb, really dumb. And after that stupidity hits them real hard, they get that shame, they're going to lash out with violence. That's what's going to come next, Yashrala, after this dollar crash, because it's going to lead to a dollar crash. You know, if things keep going in this motion, which I believe it will, because the Lord said, hey, we read in the precept, Moab is the Lord's washpot. He going to clean, eat them up, so-called white man, using Moab. And then Moab is going to get it started, because really going to clean them up is going to be Yahushua and the children of Israel, Yashrala. We really we gonna put them chains on Edom's neck. Like, get to work, homie. You know? We're gonna put Esau in the sweatshop. That's coming soon. And the elites know it. That's why they're scrambling, they're scared. And they're just breaking their system, man. They just making idiotic moves because they're scared and they're scrambling. Like a Tony Romo in the pocket, man. Football player played for Dallas Cowboys. Old Fritter. Oh, this is real jittery. And I'm loving it. I'm loving it, man. So with that, man, I'm gonna go get another clip. She gonna break it down. You know, some people are visual people and they need to see. So I'm gonna show another clip and let her break some more stuff down. We'll get some more precepts and we'll just wrap it up. And this will be part one on the materials, you know, the goods, as far as clothes and shoes, because this is gonna have another big implication, man, when it comes to that food supply chain. Woo! That's gonna break the back, y'all. So check it out.
These luxury brands. So then I started looking into that. That's when I came across all these other videos. Take a look.
Do you know who is producing high quality accessories for those luxury brands like Chanel, Estee Lauder, L'Oreal? You're saying you're the supplier behind all these beauty accessories for those big luxury brands? L'Oreal, MAC, Chanel, Bobbi Brown, and even Rosewood Hotel.
Last week we also received an order, Royston. Yeah, the comb like 20,000.
Look at this,
one color.
Now show me your factory. Show me the production line.
Here, this is our cutting room. So you can see the machine, here claw clip, and here comb there. After cutting, we can take the claw clips out like this. Here's our molding area. Take off the plate. After make the mold, mark the shape, so we can include the spring and the flower accessories.
This is like the final touch up. You have to polish and check like
Yeah, defective.
Quality control.
Here's our coating plate. On the surface, we will spray a broad effect. Here's our painting plate. Here is one of our warehouse. Here is our material area. All the acid board we have ordered here.
So tell me, what is this? This is like PVC or acrylic?
acetate material. The material is eco-friendly and more durable and flexible than PVC or acrylic materials. It's the most expensive material.
How
in our world.
expensive?
For this one, for example, this one like 50 RMB one piece.
One piece, 50
Yeah,
RMB.
50 RMB. And
That's the cost of it.
Yeah.
Your made in Italy Gucci 80% come from Chinese factory. They just add the logo in Europe to make you pay the price of 10 times. Close your eyes. If your hammer says made in China, does it feel cheaper? No, that's no quality issue. It's luxury brand washing. Fun fact, the hand stitching your product 42% are Chinese artisans. We don't do cheap. We do underrated luxury. Why pay 2,000 euro for Parisian air? Same leather, same craft, just without the European fairy tale facts. Be a luxury rebel. You can shop on Chinese platforms such as Taobao, 1688, Tianmao, Jingdong. You can even go directly to Guangzhou, Yiwu, Quanzhou, Wenzhou to buy. Don't know how to buy, how to pay, or arrange delivery? Just PM me. GoNest to provide free shopping guidance and shipping services for you.
Who are the suppliers behind Lululemon? Some of their
So I'll put this, in the comment section about remember, so you can watch people's reactions, more information on, just the scandal that came out, that the Lord done exposed Esau, Edom, with all that. I already knew this stuff, but the world is finding out. That's what I love about it, Yashara. The world is now finding out these low-level Keishas. Salaki, if your name is Keisha, I'm just using that as a reference for, your ghetto hood rats, which I probably should just say that. Your ghetto hood rats starting to figure out that this stuff is all a scam. You little niggas in the hood figuring out it's a scam. And hopefully they spend differently. So money's about to change hands. Money's going to be spent differently. It's going to cut out Esau Edom, so-called white man, because he wasn't nothing but a glorified middleman, come to find this whole time in his own country. So this is big, Yashara. And it's going to have dire repercussions down the line, because a lot of people about to lose a lot of money, and we don't know how they're going to react off them losing millions of dollars. Let's say they could go after Trump. We'll just see. So I'll put that in the comment section. I want to go back to the scriptures, and we'll end off with that, because it's a lot of dudes that was rich that's now about to be poor, and they're going to react in a very bad way, because it was all got by deceit anyway. It was all off the backs of Yasharallah. Esau didn't get his stuff legit. He got it by, murder, and he got it by being a thief. Blood money. Now the Lord is, he casting it all out. Like, it's over with. The jig is up. But they say the jig is up. Hey, Esau, he's back against the wall. So check it out. We're going to go to James. I was going to just hit it with 5 and 5, but I think I'm going to just hit the whole thing. I'm going to start at 1. Let's go James 5 and 1. It says, go to ye now, rich man. Weep and howl, for your misery shall come upon you. See, we got to watch out, because these million dudes that got millions, like your millionaires, it's like Burley there, 2 or 3 million, they're about to go broke. So they about to wig on out. They about to bug on out at a high level. We don't know what they're gonna do, how bad it's gonna be, what they know, what they're gonna attack. We don't know yet. So we just gotta be circumspect and watch out, because they miseries is coming, man. Them dudes don't want to come, punch the clock next to me after he was living, the high life. So this is verse 2. Your riches are corrupted and your garments moth-eaten. Verse 3. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them should be a witness against you. And shall eat at your flesh as it will fire, yet heap the treasure together for the last days. See, all money was all jacked up, man. Esau been doing bad business for some years now. Decades and decades of bad business is now come to the head. That's why the Lord said your gold and silver is cankered. You might as well say his dollar. His dollar is all, corroded. And the Lord, these other countries, they about to cast that dollar out. Like, I don't want that mess. USA is done. So, and it's going to eat at these rich dudes' flesh, because they're going to feel dumb. I voted for Donald Trump thinking I was going to get some money, and this dude played me. So it's going to eat at them, because they used to having big millions of dollars, standing in the best place, eating the best food, nice car. Now you got to, downsize. And Esau's not good going backwards in a lifestyle. And show not no Edomite woman, and show not no Edomite dude. He'll unalive everybody in the house because he lost all his millions. So here go verse 4. It says, behold, the hire of the laborers, which have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped have entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. So that's our cries, the cries of the children of Israel. We don't cry to the Lord of Sabaoth, which is Yahushua, who the world refers to as Jesus. We done cried out. We done prayed. Because, we've been getting oppressed, messed up in this system. And it was built off our labor. And we don't get to reap none of that unless you sell out and, get your back blew out. But if you're trying to be righteous, you don't get what Esau get. So now the Lord is reversing it. All this riches they done got by fraud. When you look at Black Wall Street, they destroyed that, took all the wealth. All the other Wall Streets we had all around Babylon the Great, they destroyed it, took all the wealth. They took oil from the Native Americans, the Northern tribe, brothers and sisters, took the land from them and the oil. As I said, all the riches they done got by fraud, they took it all, man. And then put us to work. We worked like a dog, picking cotton, making railroads, working our butts off, and built a system up. Even to this day, shoot, when I'm punching that clock, I even worked in an oil company before, Yashral, and I felt just like our ancestors. Like, that place was harsh. I'm talking about sweating. Man, you thought I did like 8 roofs when I got off that job. And they making a killing off my labor. They paying us. Man, nah, they was jipping us. I'm just going to say it. Because what I found that they was making off the product we was making, they should have paid us way better than that. Because we was in there, like, literally, they ain't there killing ourselves to make that product. And that's how Esau get down. That's why I said, what it say? The laborers have reaped down your fields, but they ain't want to pass a decent wage. And they ain't paying nobody a decent wage no more. That's why this place about to be in an uproar with civil unrest. Because you can't afford nothing. The economy is tore up. Because Esau's dumb. He's greedy and he's dumb. That's a bad combination when you're trying to uphold a society. So I'm going to hit this right here because this is what I wanted. This is James 5:5. Ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and been wanton. Ye have nourished your hearts as in the day of slaughter. So Esau done live good. Esau done live good. He got his white privilege. He get to do what he want to do. Ain't got to worry about, police brutality. I remember talking to my Akbayan. He said the Edomite told him that he only a cold shower away from a job. So they're the first hired, and Jake is usually the first fired. So they done live good. They've been wanton at, and even though they got everything good, they always want somebody else's stuff. You look at what they did in Iraq, Afghanistan, taking oil, taking the poppy fields. So even though they still want more. The devil's greedy. He always want more and more. And all he does, it's at the point now where all that greed is destroying everything. That's him being wanton, always want what somebody else got. Verse 6, it says, "Ye have condemned and killed the just, and he doth not resist you." So that backs what I said earlier, how he did Yasharallah. Yasharallah talking about children of Israel, all we do is love everybody. We love everybody. When we're in our natural state, we're peaceful. And because of that, Esau takes advantage. And what they use, they police people to unalive our people in the streets. They always unalive us, man, with everything they do. And Jake don't resist them. Them old coon Sambo niggas love Esau, Edom. You can't tell them nothing bad about the so-called white man. So they goes and he does not resist them. My people they wanted to blend in with Esau. They didn't want their own in the 60s. I'm like, you should have wanted your own. Don't blend in with your enemy. That's stupid. And now look at us, man. When you look at us from a worldly perspective. But we coming up out of that. When you look at it spiritually, hey, we up out of there. And with us leaving, the spiritual, the hopeful elect, disengaging, I noticed the 2/3, they'll talk all that noise to us, but they starting to make them moves too. They some natural born followers. So they start to disengage. And if they spend their money differently, hey, Esau gonna be in trouble. So I'm gonna go to verse 7. It says, "Be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waited for the precious fruit of the earth, and have long patience for it, until he receive the early and latter rain." And that's what we all waiting for, us in this truth. We're waiting for the husbandman. Who's the husbandman? Yahushua. who the world ignorantly refers to as Jesus. Yahweh Shai said he waited for the precious fruit. The precious fruit is what? The hopeful elect, the believers, the sincere believers that is doing what they need to do to get that salvation. Because the nation of Israel is compared to a woman. And that man is Yahweh Shai. He wants his woman back. You know, we've been treated very poorly. You know, we've been ravished by the devil, beat up, looking raggedy. And like a lot of it's because of what we did. We didn't want to be with the Lord. We did what Eve said. I don't need no man. I don't need no God. I got other gods. You know, that silly stuff. You know what I'm saying? You look at a hood rat, Keisha, when you look at a hood rat chick, that's us as a nation, man. And now we switching courses. Now we like, man, hey, forget all that. We need Yahweh Shai. You know, because the women, I know they started getting that spirit too. Like I need a man. We need Yahweh Shai. We need Yahweh Shai. So we doing what we need to do to clean ourselves up with the laws and commandments of this Bible, having faith, you know, doing all the things that our Lord like, so that he'll take us back. Because once he takes us back, we go back in the rulership, and everybody's going to benefit from that. You know, as far as, let me say, everybody, these heathen nations in the world will benefit. The animals, the plants, the earth will benefit from the real rulers being in rulership. You know, only people who ain't gonna really like it like that is Esau. Because the other nations, they ain't gonna like it at first, but after a while, they're like, okay, I'm cool. Yahshua running way better than Esau do. Now, Esau not gonna like it, 'cause he going to hell. Once we get in the kingdom of heaven, it's gonna be hell for Esau. And I'm gonna just finish off with this verse 8. It says, be ye also patient, establish your hearts, for the coming of the Lord draweth nigh. And that rings so true right now. It said, be patient and establish your hearts. I mean, get your mind right. Get your mind on Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Get your mind on the kingdom of heaven. That's how you establish your heart. And why are we doing that? Because the coming of the Lord draweth nigh. Yahweh Shai coming back. You can feel it. You can feel Yahweh Shai's coming right now. I can see it with the women getting right. You got a lot of videos of women. A lot of brothers did lessons. They were prepping and saying they need men and they want men. I've seen Eve apologize. I just want to say, I'm sorry, black man. I'm like, dang. Lord got y'all apologizing. So, hey, Isaiah 4:1 getting ready to happen. Like, things is really about to change. And you can just feel the spirit of change in the air. And why is that? Because Yahweh Shai is definitely on the way back. And we so patiently waiting on Yahweh Shai. We need Yahweh Shai. Are you ready for him to go in and establish us, Lord willing, part of the hopeful elect? And we are ready to rule the earth in righteousness, where everything will be how it's supposed to be. You know, and that's the way I like it. So with that being said, you know, I hope this has been edifying. I want to say Kwam Yashar Allah, and stay locked in, because Yahweh Shai is quickly on the way. Shalom.